I just hate that I have to deal with paper magic. Not that I still like shuffling the cards and like playing paper magic, but I hate that I have to collect cards now. In Arena, it's so convenient. You just spend the wild cards. They should give away collections for wild cards. We might want to do a draft or something. We're a little bit all over today, but we reached the diamond, so double mythic incoming. We might see a ban. I don't know. It's a little bit weird because the bans were there, what, a month ago. I think there's always going to be this danger of the next deck being the de facto best deck, and there's always going to be people complaining. I do think Cauldron is a little bit too oppressive. Not as a card, but as a deck. All right. What about now? Do we fire a draft? It's Arena Open this weekend, and PT is Edge of Eternities either way, which is kind of funny. Doesn't the Spider-Man thingy drops in between? I don't even know. It's hard to follow. So many things are happening right now. I don't like that there's a 3-year rotation in Standard. That I would change. Like, if you want to compete, you need to change decks anyhow. It's not you can just tank with one deck for the whole 3 years or something. What's the reasoning behind these like 3-year rotations from their perspective? Halaya is great, by the way. Not that hard to draw a card, but there's also Stalker, which might be better. But then we're passing a good white card. Mechan is great. Bolt or the Pressurize. Yeah, Standard kinda is what Pioneer used to be, or maybe what Modern used to be, I don't know. It has also this feeling, like the quality of cards. It's also banishing, like am I just taking something else out of this pack? I'll take a Mechan, I don't know, it's like we're passing, the whole pack is white. I really like this, I think I like it more than Terra Pact, but since we have a red card, I might just take a Terra Pact. Also this is good, like really good. Especially in these colors. Making the landers also is really good in this sort of archetype. I'll just take the 2-drop. Whenever in DOP, take a cheaper card. I think this has more uses though in these colors, but okay, we might not go there. Mechan over Titan. Titan is great though. But Mechan has been just really good. And we stay red. We can splash Mechan. Well, there's a lot of Mechans. We can splash the multicolored one. This card has been performing well, but mostly because it has the artifact mode on it. And the artifact doesn't need to be tapped. And then the life gain matters. Ooh, the cat so late. The hound. The dog, not the cat. I don't know why this looks like a cat to me. There's also the big guy. So what is open here? Just Steamer? What is going on? I usually like that, but I don't want to make a compromise over these cards because they're just really, really good. This is easier to splash, and I think it's a solid splash, but I might just want the God Maw here. Splash that maybe, or not splash. It's kind of crazy that it's so late. Take a land tower. Actually a really good green card. But I mean shock lands and a rare for the collection. I love building around that. I know I shouldn't, but maybe I will because it's so much fun. It's so much better in Celestia though. Now let's take one of these. Probably our first removal. I'm actually a big fan of Torpedo in this format, but you need spacecrafts. Or you need a deck that can use spacecrafts well. Or maybe some other stuff to care about artifacts. What are these doing here? So block is usually in... It's not great with green, but why is there no green? I'll take it because we can go. How was God Maw pick and then there's no green? If we go green, if we go black red, block will be really, really good. Okay. Oh, there's also that, but Propulsion is okay. It sometimes doesn't deal with some stuff you want to deal with, but it's definitely better than Bombard. I think we're still gonna try to get the green going. Oh, Bolt Wheel, that was the best red card in the pack. That's awesome. So red is completely open. So that we know. Everything else is still uncertain. So if we go green, I like this ship. Otherwise, I don't like it that much. But there's nothing really. We can also just get random Mechans. And then the ship is gonna be alright. But with green, it's really good, I think. Especially in Gruul. We're a little bit expensive. Doggo is fine. It's a filler. 2-draw, but I usually like to play one. Just let the the white cards to other players. What is that? Oh, a Nexus. But this card is insane. There's also great black removal, a really good green card, and a Mechan. What do we even take here? Like, Mechan is the safest, and we kind of want to do that because we have 2 7-drops. I don't think we want to splash because I know this card is pretty insane, even late game, but we can always splash that. So I think I'm between these two. And this might wheel, but I think I'm still taking Mechan. I don't know, like the engineering on turn 4 is actually pretty crazy, and it wins games. But I'll just go cheaper. Okay, that's late, but let's just go with removal. Well, we have so much good removal though. But this would mean we either need to go red, blue, or splash, which is a little bit awkward. I'll just take the removal. I can see just a green-red deck with Mechan on the splash. Maybe we get another one. Well, that I might want to splash. There's also a good trick, and I'm kind of a big fan of the 1-3 if you're 3 colors or more. Can we pump it? It's better in Celestia where you can pump it. There's also Gravekill, which I could splash with alongside this. I don't know. It's kind of neat because we can get it back. And we have a lot of removal to back it up. I think I'm going to take it. I don't think we need to splash removal that badly when we already have removal. That draft is wild. Might, but might doesn't do much. Well, we can pump it here. I don't know. Okay, these 2 cards are alright. How good is Team Leader here? We're not going white, so I'd rather have probably Crasher. But then again, I think with the Mechan, we'd rather have the Fate Maker. Yeah, I like that. Sammy this late. Also ban, like, what is going on in this draft? Like, it feels like everything is there. We're actually a pretty decent Sammy deck with 2 Mechans and a ship. 5 colors. But then, no, this is too expensive. I'll just take a 3-drop, whatever. Like, probably not playing anything there. Take the modifier here. Have really good removal, so I'm not gonna bother with... Even though like the relations is fine. 1-drop. I don't hate Turbo Drone. But maybe we're just turn this into a more aggro-ish pile. Two drop. Nothing. More 2 drops. I'll just stick to green. I don't know. We have the Godmaw. That was late, but there was no huge reason to be in green. Oh man. That is busted. But there's a land that we could just take and it makes the that and that splash worthy. We have 2 targets for the 3-4. Yeah, land probably is the pick, huh? Wait, is that good? Whenever this creature attacks, it's 8 to crew. So it's basically just a big flyer that actually does a lot. But we might just want... Oh, there's a lot. This also helps us. There's also the Predator and the Plunge. I'll just take Plunge, I don't know. The rare doesn't stand out to me. Isn't this insane? Just take that. Again, we have removal. We don't need to splash removal. Oh yeah, if we had 2 Godmas. But to be fair, we are quite expensive. What's with white? Didn't we like pass all the white in booster 1? Oh, another one. Let's go. Maybe I want the Turbo Drone. We don't have anything on 3. We can bypass turn 3 though, but this probably doesn't make the cut. We don't have anything to sack. And then Mechan we have to decide on, but it's a pretty good card. Huh, that card is fun. I'll just splash both. That would work as well. I think we're fine. We add a swamp. And we have all the... Well, these are not guaranteed landers. We have a lander here. And I guess we take that now. That's a late. Faller's Faithful. I like Worm over another Bombard. Worm fits the curve as well. And it's pretty good at crewing all of these random stuff. Like that and that. This is borderline playable, but I don't think we'll ever play it. So I'll just take the Mock Sight. Might be a effect that we want in this deck. It's fine. Wait, that wheels, but I don't think we need another removal. I'd rather have a Turbo Drone. Okay, so what's our situation? So we definitely want to splash these. Like, this is our worst 4-drop, quote unquote. I think I like most of the 2s here. 7 2-drops, that's pretty much minimum where you want to be. Do we like Crusher? I think we want it, right? It fits the curve. So -1 card. Could cut the doggo. It's not the best doggo deck. We're really more stompish here. Yeah, Crusher could go, but I really like the idea of Mechan into a 4-drop. 1 swamp. I'm not even sure how good the Turbo Drone is in this deck. So I might not like the Turbo Drone actually. Yeah, I'll cut the Turbo Drone for either the doggo or this guy even. It's such a medium card, but yeah, let's play it. It fits the curve. I think I like it slightly more than Turbo Drone. Maybe just a doggo is also fine. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty random. Like the deck is what it is. It's pretty decent, I think. So we have 3 sources plus. This is not guaranteed. Plunge. It's 4 sources. I think I'll add another swamp because we're fine. 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. But I guess this land can be awkward. Oh, there's another red. People are pretty down on this format. I know the other day I popped into Raphael Levy's stream and he doesn't like it. I haven't played it enough, so I'm still enjoying it, but maybe because I just haven't played it enough. No, I know he likes Brothers War. A man of culture. What does this do again? Counts warp creatures as well. So it's basically a bite spell more or less in this deck. If one or more counters in these colors, I'm scared. Also, like, this hand sucks. They're in weird colors for that. They're probably actually splashing blue, green, white. It doesn't work with that touch, that is true. Wait, that's actually so annoying. Wow. Oh no, wait, but they cannot... Yeah, they can still play a land, right? Yikes. Okay, whew. Dodge the bullet. You can go that and then tap it down. Everything is 1 power, but we just need to get our big boys. Okay, that doesn't work with the zone. Man, Bolt is underwhelming, but it does deny them a mana. I could just play the Mecha now. It grows. Kinda like that idea. Maybe I should have denied both mana. That was another option. But this looks fine because we're crewing that next turn. We're going pretty aggro. And I think we need a removal for the Technician. I know we lost value with the Mechon, but I don't know. Like, getting these back is also bad. Like, getting that back would be fine, but when do we crew it? Kinda the only option. Yeah, and the counter matters there. This can tap down the loading zone. This looks like something that should have Vigi. Oh, that's pretty neat. I think I wanted cast, but close. Because it can attack next turn as well. But that's minus a counter. I like it cast. Counter on itself. Not sure if I should deal with that, probably. This grows. Wait, okay. You can mess up that pretty badly as an additional cost to cast this spell. I like that because then we can full pump here. And this grows, so it has upside. Void counter. No, but we were using that. Like, I think it's still, like, having more power next turn is way better than doing anything in 2 turns. Because we also relieve our mana for the Crusher pump. And for these pumps. There's a huge tempo downside to going for value here. Yeah, that's why for what I played, I like it because of that, because the decisions are pretty hard on that part. I know there's some cards that, like, there's some pretty, like, annoying, not really steamrolly, but some rares just play out in a way that you just cannot do anything. And not only rares, maybe some draws even and stuff like that. It's weird, like, it's hard to describe. But again, I haven't played the format that much. Wait, do we win here? 1, 2, I guess we just max pump, mix it. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2, 8, 9. We just win. I mean, now I went for it, so. Okay. A rare, a mythic, in fact. Could build a commander around it. I'm gonna keep, because we can do this thing again where we go Mechon without getting something back. And there's a chance to get a forest. I'm a constructed player now. I couldn't care less about limited win ratio. That's gonna be my answer now for the win ratio and this. What's my constructed win ratio? I don't even know. Where can you check that? Isn't constructed measured more in what win ratio a deck has that you're currently playing? Huh, that's wild. That is a choice. But then again, you can have a counter spell. Doesn't do that much, so I think it's still Mechon. We need to pressure this engineer or get removal. We have a lot of removal in the deck. We still have few turns. Can grow that if I start voiding, but that's gonna be too slow. Like, this one we play in for sure. That one we might decide on later. That is fine. Ooh. Well, we need lands now. So I'm on Worm here. Still only trades. But trading is not that bad next turn, then we don't need to void that. We need a land still. Maybe they just didn't have anything else to do. That means they draw here. What an annoyance. This Titan reads so bad, but it plays out pretty well actually. Okay. So I think we're better off dealing with the Titan here. And we can then one drop and counter as well, right? Yep. It'd be bad if they have a bounce, but what can you do? Worm is a 5-5. I always thought it was a 5-4. Double block, but they are always blocking with that. Oh, you mean if we get a counter? Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I somehow thought it was a 5-4. That's why I had it in mind that it's a 5-4. But didn't bother. Now I know, wow, 2 mana 5-5. Okay, well, if we deal with that, we're kind of Gucci, aren't we? Wait, what if I just 3-4? I cannot pump that. That would be sick. Yeah, I think it's really bad to attack into 5-3. But where do we put that? On itself? Or I guess here because it matches that. You cannot warp buff because this was already warped. Or does it work that way around? But I think we always wanted to deal with that. It's just safer. The actual decision now. I know this is probably... Because we can play that next turn, but we can buff the worm and attack this turn. Plus it's better versus counter spells. That's also just a 4-4. 4-1, right? Okay. And now if we get a land, we have that. Otherwise, we get a good card either way. Wow. We're still on 22. I think that's... Is it game? So they double block here, they take 2. I think it's game. Because they cannot double block here, they lose. Block here, block. I guess they can do that and they still lose. What's better, Godmaw or Godmaw? I guess the one that's attacking first with it, or that gets the trigger first, wins. The one on the play. But they were on the play. Wait, maybe they weren't. They just played a lot of mana dorks. I don't even know. I think you have more under control if this format if you go aggro. Too much randomness in the late game because there's too many card advantage. There's too much card advantage at common. So you just cannot control that. Like you cannot put unlimited amount of card advantage and then you still lose to aggro. I'm gonna mull. Okay, if I have to keep, I'll keep. Huh. I don't know. I think I want... Well, I guess I can ditch this and just pump the 2-drop and then I get the 3rd land here. I might regret it, but... Okay. I'll still pump on 3 if I don't get anything. Or we have a bolt for the doggo now, or whatever else they play. That's fine. That's a time walk. Now that's a little bit awkward, but I think we still gotta do that because we match the 2-1 next turn, so we don't need to deal with it. That's the idea, and we have this that matches it as well. Well, never mind. That's fine. I have 2 options. I could... I'll just do that. Well, we don't answer the 5-5, but getting the lander early and stuff matters. So I think I'll just plunge and pass. And we'll worry about the 5-5 later. I could go Bolt Pump, but I kind of want to ramp. Just play that, but that's underwhelming. I'll attack. I'll still attack. Play that. Five five is actually a decent problem here. Not the tap doesn't do anything, but well, we'll do that. Is there a better solution? Our hand is too expensive. We will take too much damage. Yikes. That's a problem. That's +4 cards. We'll just fetch. This card has been really mediocre in this deck. We have too many 1-power creatures. 3, 4, and they have 7 mana. Okay. 7 mana for 4 cards would almost be a playable card. So this is now what? In their turn. Can they cannot respond. Hopefully we get something good out of it. Untapped land would still probably be better. Well, it would definitely be better because we could then decide between either playing these. Okay, that's big. The flyer, right? Or the doggo. Probably the doggo still, but I might be wrong. Okay, that's not a big deal. Because next turn we can... I think we still gotta go here. I mean, I could have done that now, but... it's like a little bit of a waste. We can go... oh, that's a problem. But still somewhat slow. So we definitely go that. Land Mechon, crew the ship. Yeah, we don't need to crack, but we want the Mechon back. That's the idea. So it blocks one of the tokens. Okay. 1 mana, 2 mana. We cannot play that. So if I go this, because I can activate the land, but that doesn't matter that much. Wait, they have the lander up. Oh, we do get haste, so it's better to just do it like this. Bite up. Probably won't trample there. But doesn't matter, they have the thingy tapped. And we get trampled for this turn either way. And we have perfect info. So one of these. If I go 3, that's kind of sick. Oh no, but then I don't get to crack that. It's better to crack that. Can I? And I can crack it, but don't fight. I think it's too good to fight here. They're probably dead. I'm no mathematician again. I'll just do it. Math is too hard. Yeah, I didn't want to do the math. I just wanted to figure out every other line and go for the most damage. I think this is the most damage that we can do. Okay. Simple Gruul aggro. Does it again. I swear I haven't trophied with a blue deck yet. Just play tempo. I'll probably mull this. Well, it has quite a high upside actually if we get a red land in 2 turns. But I mean, 2 expensive cards. No, this is worse. Well, land in 2 turns. But a red land. I guess I can play that out if it's any land. I'll keep. If we don't get there, we don't get there. Mulling to 5 is also rough, but not. It's not nothing. I mean, you can still win on a mull to 5. Ooh, the Colonnade is the best one out of those. By far. I'll play you. And it's gone. Well, the what? Bounce spell? Okay, I'm fine with that. And now we probably repeat. But this would be better versus the counter. Because they draw from that. But it's so good to double spell then. You can still double spell if we get a land. So it goes back and forth a little bit. I'll play this out. Easy land. Don't want that. So it's then actually pretty close. Could go this and that. It's only on blocks. I mean, they need what? 6 mana to block with it. 5 to activate. Oh, it's the... Okay. Sure. It's not a big difference what we play first now, so I'll just do that. Bro, I lost so many times to this card. Did we mill all the black sources we did? So we cannot cast that out. Doggo, where's the doggo when you need the doggo? I don't know. I played it once and it never worked, but I swear I lose every time to it. It's too random of a card. It's just completely random of a card. If you ask me, but... Five cards. They're on 19. They are on 19. I mean, I know who Luka Doncic is, but I don't know him in person. Oh wait, we have that, so we can get something back. That's kind of good. We can get the... No, but we cannot... we don't have enough lands for that guy. Oh, he's better in Overwatch than I am for sure. I don't play Overwatch. Actually, in fact, I'm really bad in video games probably because I never played... I play Magic, which comes from like physical, actual Magic cards. I transferred to this. I never really played video games that much. I guess it might matter for the pump. Maybe I missed that. Wait. No, Glacier won't do anything. We cannot play more lands. We only have one land, so we need to draw the land first. So Glacier doesn't really do anything at all. I mean, it's a 6/6. It's probably the ship. Yeah, I needed what, like one more win? No, two more wins. It's only the first to get awards. And thank you, Red Ruby. Okay, so there's a land and there's a last card, so we definitely won't get there. Now we have one more turn. I'll just swing, I don't know. I think we're dead either way. And the Nexus can block a flyer. Yeah, we'll see what they do, but I'm afraid there's always going to be just like one de facto best deck. It's so easy to solve the meta now that too many games are played and the data is online and all of that. It's just unavoidable, I think. There's always going to be one deck that people will complain about, even though Cauldron is insane. The deck is brutally good, but... That's actually super... like, what? That's too good for them. Like, if they would test it out first, but that just makes then every exploration pretty bad for the players if they would figure out everything on their own. If they would have a team like that. So that's also like bad. So I don't know. I think it's just the Magic is kind of not suited for this era. That's just the internet kind of ruins Magic. Like, that's it. Hot takes. It's not that it really ruins it. It's still a great game and all, but it hits different than it used to. This is 4. Oh, Worm is a good draw. I think I'll trade. They also might just take it, which I think is good for us. Yeah, but back in the days, you just didn't know. People just didn't know prior to tournaments what's the best deck. Now you kinda know. Yikes. Opponent is kinda cooking. Oppo is a cookie. I'll pass. I remember Apprentice. I used to play a lot of Apprentice. Well, now I lose to the worst card in this set. The issue is this life linker. I just gained them too much life. Nothing really lined up. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we have 2 swamps in the deck. It might be good for us actually, but I still don't know how we get out of this. I just scoop. They're doing a little bit too much. Well, what are these hands? Well, not okay. I'll keep it though. It is not okay. Yeah, I don't know. We're losing in the most random fashion, and we won like 3 games, like the easiest ever. Like I don't know. Like okay, this one is a mana screw, but the other 2 were completely random games. Bounce. Limited is just not what it used to be. I mean, this is a mana screw again. This is not limited or anything. No, we're just gonna go 3-3. We have 9 mountains, 8 green sources, and some swamps. So we should technically be alright. Yeah. What? But you know what's my problem? My problem are cards like these 4 mana, Mill X, or this artifact that can either be the worst card or the best card, but you have no control over that. It's so random because it happens in a game. Like you have no control when to put it in a deck, so it literally becomes random. And there's too many cards like that in Modern Limited. Dude, this deck was good. And I think when too many things like cards like that are printed in a set, you cannot separate a good deck and bad deck. So like there is no deck building anymore other than mana curve and some removal and random cards. And that can get you there and cannot get you there. So it gets like a little bit random, but I don't know. 3-3. I don't agree with that. It's the same in best of 3. Like that's in best of 1 you actually get to play more Magic because both players get better ratio of lands and spells. The reason why you think it's different in best of 3 is because best of 3 players are bad in Arena. You don't get paired versus your own rank. So you get away with more, if that makes sense. Plus your decks are gonna look better compared to their decks. No, but you gotta realize that it goes both ways, right? Bad situations happen. Like if a card, I don't know, like it's just I'm too tired today to explain to get into that into that rabbit hole because we were there so many times. Best of 3 is obviously more skill intensive because sideboard is there. That's another layer on top. But I don't think deck building wise anything is different. I do like best of 3 more. Don't get me wrong, but the current best of 3 structure is just awful here in Arena, and it's also not like competitive at all. We need ranked best of 3. I'll do another one.